With what?
The bag, the bottom piece, so that I can put that charger in. But I'm gonna use this side over there.
And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Indianapolis Colts. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Back to throw here. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Cardinals. In for the score. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 7-0. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And listen,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Off the play fake. McFarland. Over the middle, complete. It's Jennings. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The drive begins with a run by Dixon. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Gun now on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
And that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Javon Wims, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Delta, Delta. Austin.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Alpha! Alpha! Houston! Houston!
They'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now a handoff for Dixon. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Beeville! Beeville!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up to throw. Underneath for Johnson. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Alaska! Austin!
They'll look to throw here. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Trying to pound it in with Dixon. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. He may try and run, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. It's their quarterback with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 14-7. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. On second down, here's Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. On third down, Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. On first down, they go option to the right. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 3rd down, here's Dixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back?
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Odell Beckham, 83 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Delta.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this.
Mathis. Delta. Beeville.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Houston.
On 1st and goal, Dixon. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
And, Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Alpha! Alpha!
It's a quarterback sneak, and I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. And another timeout taken by the Colts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Well, they held him out on second down, and now here's 3rd and goal.
Mathis!
On the give, this is Dixon, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, McFarland. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Khalil Mack in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
So we have reached halftime with a visiting Card. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the 2nd half gets started. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They're going to look to throw. He can run for it. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. time he'll look to throw. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll set up a throw. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Dallas!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
He's going to fire one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And an alley to run. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when you intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems. And this qualifies as a big problem.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for. His defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Looking to throw. Slide. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. David Irving. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a 1st down.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, he'll have to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football?
And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Then he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. 77 yards. And the Colts are in for 6. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
So out now come the Cardinals. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. David Irving in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 14 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
For me, that was an example of why offensive linemen might want rear-view mirrors at times, because you have your assignments to block, but if you can see what's going on in the backfield and maybe the guy carrying the ball is headed in another direction, it might change what you do up front. But if they can't see that, and he's not...
And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Looking deep for Jennings. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And they get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dumping it off for Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. first down. He'll drop to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Drops it underneath to Dixon. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Steps away to his left. Got a man open. It's Wims. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Now let's go.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
They'll start the drive with Dixon, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.